NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were strong last. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
As a quarterback, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Jaguars at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. Something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Jaguars nothing.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A solid stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Panther first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A gain of 9 yards.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready, break. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, this is Harris. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
19 tight.
Now back to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Harris, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. George Pickens, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Panthers 14. Jaguars nothing.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and...
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
18, pioneer.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Hunter Henry brings it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He gets it left side to Johnson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 12-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Buffalo 18.
Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. They will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mustang 19.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Hurts. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Darrell Henderson from 3 yards out. And the Jags have cut it back within a score. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Harris going to get it again on second down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back at 60.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 35 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, break.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep downfield for Boykin. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He's back to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds. You know where to go with it, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Kyle Pitts,
his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19, 5 years. Next match, next match. 19 light.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mustang 19.
From the 41, Hurts. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
And Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend